We are Group 20301 and today we will be presenting our assignment on conducting interview with HR professional from Siemens Energy. Allow me to introduce my team members. Myself, Afan Kabihamza. I'm Afif bin Sufrika Alihan, Michelle Anak Tanju, Nur Safirah Balkis Miti Baharudin, and the last one, Jin Yen.
I am Michelle Anak Tanju and my matrix number is 2212426657. This is the introduction for our assignment. Siemens AG is a well-known global company based in Munich, Germany. It operates in more than 190 countries and focuses on industrial manufacturing, automation, digitalization, and energy technologies. Siemens plays a major role in providing solutions in areas like electrification, smart infrastructure, healthcare, and mobility. In Malaysia, Siemens has a strong presence for over 100 years. It contributes to both the public and private sectors, particularly in energy, healthcare, industrial automation, and transportation. What's impressive is how Siemens Malaysia applies the company's global standards while also adapting to local business and legal environments. This makes it a great example of how international strategies can be localized effectively. For our international human resource management assignment, we focus on how Siemens handles global HR practice within a Malaysian context. We had the opportunity to interview Ms. Nuridat, who works in the talent acquisition department at Siemens Malaysia. The contact has made through a relative of one of our group members, and we reached out to her via email. She kindly agreed to share her insights and experience. During the interview, she explained how Siemens manages key HR areas like labor relations, ensuring a fair and safe workplace by following Malaysian labor laws. She also discussed global talent management, where employees are not only hired and trained locally, but sometimes given international opportunities. Another key area was compensation, where Siemens balanced local salary standards with global benchmarks, offering fair and competitive packages. Overall, the interview helped us understand the real-life application of IHRM practices and the challenge involved, especially in dealing with cultural differences, legal compliance, and aligning global HR policies to local needs.
Global talent management requires consistency in branding but flexibility in execution. For example, in Malaysia, we use job street, but in Japan, headhunter are more effective. Talent acquisition teams must understand local culture well. Through the TA Academy, global teams meet annual to share knowledge, align KPI, and build relationship. When hiring expatriate, the companies are not just offering a job but offering a compliant package. Every offer must align with what's legal and acceptability in the host country, including salary and benefit. Even if compensation isn't always a focus, it's critical to follow local framework. Managing human resource internationally is like being a big family living in different houses. Each country operates differently. Time zone cause coordination issues and communication style are different. Some employees feel left out despite inclusion effort. Culture adaptability is not just useful, it is necessary. It's aligned with theories and concepts. Under the IIR, the key is local expert matter. Whatever hiring the company do, it must follow the country's legal framework. This supports the idea of decentralization, where local teams who understand the legal system are trusted to ensure compliance. Is strategic and localized. Talent acquisition is more than just filling roles, it sets the direction of the company. The company apply a global employer brand but adjusts the process for local market. This means using country-specific platform and strategies that align with local job-seeking behavior. Expatriate hiring must comply with local compensation law. That means no standard packages. Each offer is tailored to fit the economic and legal context of the host country. It is balancing act between global consistency and local compliance. Balancing global integration and local adaptation isn't easy. For example, working hour different, like in Malaysia 9 to 5, but in Japan meaning that the time is 7 to 5, and cultural expectation can create misunderstanding. These realities reinforce the importance of cultural intelligence in international human resource. Global fairness can be compromised by HQ-centric practices. The interview mentioned meetings often happen at 7 to 9 p.m. in Malaysia. This to accommodate other time zones. This highlights an imbalance in global collaboration, challenging the IHRM's idea of equal participation. One week global training each year may not be enough to build real cross-cultural bonds, especially with sessions running all day long. Also, deep racial and cultural gaps still exist. These challenges show the need for better diversity and inclusion strategy in GTM. Standardized international packages sound simple, but in reality, they don't work. Expatriate hiring must be adjusted based on what's allowed and practical in each host country.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Afif. Today I will briefly share the reflections of two of our group mates, which is Hafiz Aikal and Nur Zafirah Balkis Baharudin, based on their interview with Ms. Widat from Siemens Energy for our IHRM project. Starting with Hafi, he shared that the interview gave him a much clearer picture of how international human resource management works in real life. He learned that global companies need to balance consistency with local adaptation, especially when it comes to labor laws and communication styles. One challenge he faced was creating questions that were not too academic. However, this pushed him to think critically and improve his communication skills. Most importantly, Hafi realized that IHRM is not just about policies, but it requires empathy, adaptability, and cultural sensitivity. As for Zafira, she found the interview both insightful and challenging. A phrase that stuck with her was when Miss Vida described HR as a big family in different houses. At first, she didn't understand, but later realized it meant tailoring HR practices to each country's culture and legal system. She also learned that talent acquisition involves more than just hiring. It includes aligning with laws, understanding cultural barriers, and managing communication. Zafira struggled a bit with interpreting professional language, but learned to connect it with theories from class. In summary, both reflections show how the interview helped them connect classroom knowledge with the real world and gain confidence in understanding global HR practices. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Ning Yan. Now I would like to share my reflection from our interview. This experience gave me a practical understanding of international HRM. I learned that IHRM include manage compliance with different countries' laws, handle expatriate processes, and apply to culturally specific recruitment strategies. One key approach Siemens uses is global branding with local execution. This has catch my attention. Also, I faced the problem of fixed questions and understanding complete HR terms across regions during the interview. However, the process encouraged me to think more about how to reconnect with real HR practices. Next, I helped my team member Ayman Hafid share his reflection. He initially thought talent acquisition was just about hiring, but from the interview, he realized it involves more methods such as ensuring legal compliance, adapt to cultural norms, and align to recruitment efforts with global strategies. He also learned that HR responsibility depends on the countries, especially with time zones and labor laws. Also, he understands strategy global HR roles. The place Think Global Act Local really helped to see the importance of customizing approaches to fix each country's needs. So, now I help my other team members, Michelle, to share her reflection. She used to see HR mainly as hiring, but now she knows it also requires various legal and cultural expectations. She found it interesting how recruitment strategies must change based on the countries, which shows how important flexibility and cultural awareness are in IHRM. Some of the terms and legal processes were new, but this encouraged deeper learning. Overall, so she has greater respect for HR professionals and she has a clearer idea of the skill needed to succeed in global HR management.
My name is Sabiqa Bin Hamzah, project number 22124081. 4 actionable strategies are proposed to enhance the management of international labor relations, talents and composition of Siemens Energy. First one, enhancing cross-cultural talent problems. The key challenges identified include communication, obstacle, cultural understanding, discrepancies in verbal and non-verbal expectations across country. Number 2, establishing decentralized legal compliance units. Creating these local teams more autonomy and resources can enhance compliance, particularly regarding expatriate hiring and union regulation. The third one, adopting a local talent management model. Embracing a local talent management approach such as merging global branding with localized requirement for JobStreet is effective in Malaysia, while countries like Japan predominantly use headhunter. Adapting requirement tools and platforms to cater these local preferences while maintaining cohesive global employer brand ensure improved talent attraction and engagement. The fourth one, implementing flexible compensation structure. It's important to establish a flexible compensation framework that are culturally and economically considerate. The flexible strategy combining fixed and variable pay allowances and equity adjust to country-specific norms, foster fairness and motivation. actionable solution can be put forward to tackle real-world international human resource management challenges of Siemens Energy. The first one, continuous cross-cultural communication workshop. Siemens can introduce ongoing cross-cultural communication workshop and language assistance programs tailored to specific country. Number two, asynchronous collaboration tools and rotating meeting schedules. Siemens ought to embrace asynchronous collaboration tools and verify meeting schedule to reduce the challenges posed by the time zone differences and meeting fatigue. The third one, country-specific compliance hub model. Siemens can establish a model for a country-specific compliance hub to improve local responsiveness regarding legal compliance and expectorate requirement. The last one, digital learning platform with year-round access. Siemens can enhance initiative like the talent acquisition academy by transforming it into digital platform available year-round, such as providing continuous access to learning, mentoring, and global project opportunities.